Okay. Should be good.
We're on?
I think so.
Okay. I probably should just pop my thing up over here because nobody knows we're on right now. So I'll just go ahead and get it set up with this so we know what we're doing. Or at least we can act like we know what we're doing.
Okay.
So I'll make sure we're showing. This way I can see if we're live here.
We forgot to get thumbnails.
Oh, well, we'll get that this next time. Not that big a deal.
Here, I'll just I'll get a photo of something.
All right, so I'm going to go to live and I'm going to see if we've got two versions up. I have nothing up.
They're public.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing on my live here at all.
Hang on. Ah, okay.
Didn't you got to do something?
It'd help if we made it public.
Oh, yeah, they're public. Oh, because you were doing it privately before. Okay.
Yeah. Both of them are public.
They both are?
Yep.
Take a look
Come here, chat.
I'm still not showing anything on my live.
You'll probably have to back out completely.
Back out completely and then come in again.
Hey, Isaac. How you doing? We are testing something new.
Yeah, we're testing something new.
Hooray.
You'll see here in just a little bit. We are, we have our multiple cameras set up. We got one over the work table, and we've got one right here that I'm looking at and smiling at. So we're just trying to get it, make sure we got it going, because we chose two options, and we're seeing. Hopefully, they're both coming up. And I'm still showing nothing.
Crochet Lady says, "Okay, you're on."
Okay. Okay, got something here 5 minutes ago, and something at 48 minutes ago, and something at 2 days ago.
Okay, just back out completely.
I already did that.
Okay, because, yeah, we got people joining. We got.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to be here with the chat.
And I have the horizontal. I wanted to see what it looked like.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the vertical.
Oh, yeah, it's on there now.
You see them both?
Let's see, where are we?
It was different. I don't know what that is, but it showed something 48 minutes ago. Now I've got the vertical going and the horizontal. So, okay.
So it looks like some people. Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Okay, so
it looks like some people are coming in on the. Can I change the stream? No. Off of the horizontal.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me explain. We have we now have the multiple cameras going. Right now we're just showing a single camera. We will be changing that. He has everything formatted to where when we get ready to start running trains here in a minute, and I go over and work on my table, we'll be splitting the screen. And you also have two options now. You have both a horizontal and a vertical option to watch. So depending if you're at home and you're on your TV, you're able to do that now. Or if you're just on your phone, you've got that. So the way it'll happen is we're just going to split the screen. You'll have half showing the train running, and half will show the work area. So, or side by side, same thing, split screen and all that. So we finally moving into the modern age of multiple camera streaming. Woo, there, yay! So today I'm just gonna let trains run while I'm working today. We've got a camera set up right over. This is gonna be so much better for you guys to watch what I'm working on. The camera is like directly right above the work table now. So there's not going to be any more of this where the camera is off to a side and it's coming over an angle. I should not have anything in the way when I'm working that's going to block your vision to see how I do the things. So, go ahead.
Isaac says, I got an Athens Genesis MT4 482 daylight paint scheme.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
MLW says hello.
Who?
MLW.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Glad
you're all joining us. So, what I'm going to work on today is I'm working on the Skid Row buildings. I started playing around with it yesterday, just seeing if I could achieve the effects I wanted. I went and I researched some old downtown buildings to look at the fade and everything. And I've found a way, I think, of doing a single color fade really nicely with loss of paint and all that. So I'll show you how that's done. And then I'm going to experiment with the third building today. I'm going to, I don't really know quite how to do this one. So I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to try to create an effect where the building has been painted multiple colors over the years, and as I take the layers off after I get the final coat on, you can start to see the layering of the other coats coming through. So we'll be playing around with that some today. I think I've got in my head how I need to do it, but that doesn't mean that's how it's going to come out looking. So we'll see. So what we're going to do, I'm not really going to do a walk around today because nothing has really changed. And these are these cars that I'm getting ready to ship off probably Saturday or Monday. So this will probably be the last time you see them. I'm actually going to stack them up over here and get them out of the way so we have all three tracks available for running today. So I'm going to put these up. And then I want to talk about something that happened the past couple of days that has been really amazing. And I just wanted to bring it up. Let me get these I just want to get them safe. There we go. Okay, so if you saw our community posts or if you didn't, uh, we put up a Amazon wish list this past week. Well, actually, it was about 3 days ago. Well, 3 days ago. 2 days ago. Just as a fluke, just to see where we're at sitting here as a channel, because we a couple of channels we watch. People put up wish lists and they talk about it's amazing what fans of the channels pick off of it and send to them. So we weren't really expecting anything from it because, even though we've only been out this year and a half, I still consider us a new channel. Doesn't seem like it, but we're still growing and we're trying to get it developed. So we just thought we'd put up there and see what happened. Well, within 24 hours, actually within 20 hours, we had two gifted engines that were sent. We saw on the thing, the order thing, where it gives us an update on it. So we had, you'll see it in the posts. One of the viewers sent a Burlington Northern Santa Fe SD70 ACE, and then another. That one he said who he was, so we have him credited up there with that. And we will be putting up something special about this for those that do donate through the Amazon. We're going to have something really special up on the layout. There'll be some extra bonuses involved and things like that. And then the other engine was a Florida East Coast ES44DC. Beautiful. Both were beautiful engines. They're supposed to be in here by the time my birthday gets here. So that we're looking at just a little over a week thereabouts. So when they get here, we will do a full unboxing on them, and we will do runs, and you'll see them on a very regular basis. So thank you very, very much for the two of you that did that. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And we put a lot of stuff up on there. I put a ton of things just from stuff as simple as a small car up all the way to the engines. So I was just flabbergasted. Gabe called me. He was out doing some stuff, and he says, "You really need to go look at the channel." And I didn't even know what I was looking at. He had to explain it to me when he got home. So that was just utterly amazing. So thank you very, very much. That was incredible. We're needing some new a new running power, motive power for the layout because you guys have been seeing the same engines for a long time. With the birthday coming up, I know what my mom got me because she actually had me go pick it out. I'm not going to say what it is. You guys will see that here fairly soon. And I think I got something from the rest of the family too. So this will bring us a whole bunch of new rolling stock and engines and rolling stock. I bought a bunch of stuff at the train show last weekend. We did an unboxing on the member video, but that wasn't for the train show. That was actually a box of stuff I ordered. But we will be doing some videos coming up in the next week or so, showing all that we did get from the train show. There's some really, really good stuff. So you'll be seeing it up here on the layout fairly soon as I get the stuff weathered. Because like I said, I'm not even going to put it up on the layout until I get it weathered now, so I don't have the stuff backing up on me to where I'm down to right now only having to weather 2 cars of all that I have, and I want to kind of keep it that way. You're probably actually, I don't know if you can see, this is actually one of them right here.
We got a couple things.
Okay, hang on, let me show this. This was actually one of the cars from the show this weekend. Beautiful color. So I will be weathering that one fairly shortly. Okay, so go ahead, take it away.
Okay. Isaac says, neat little kit I picked up from a train show. Not sure how familiar you would be with them, but I picked up a Silver Streak wooden metal bay window caboose kit.
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of Silver Streak kits.
Great Northern says hello.
Hey, Great Northern.
He's on our vertical.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, he asked what happened.
With the camera.
Uh-huh.
We're on our new camera, and he's got it zoomed in right now because fairly quickly here we're going to be splitting the screen and reorienting everything. So this is kind of a test today. So this is our very first shot at doing this. So we got bugs to work out. We'll get it all worked out here pretty soon. The only thing is Gabe has to sit in here and monitor the laptop, so you're actually going to be hearing him a lot more.
Yeah, you can actually hear me.
Yeah, you'll actually be. So that's a plus. That's a plus without having to do a mic. So
Sarah says hi.
hi, Sarah.
Let's see. Crochet Lady says, wow, looks like you hit 5,000 subscribers. Congrats.
We did. We hit 5,000 subscribers. It was kind of back and forth for about 2 days. We'd hit 5,000, we'd drop below 5,000, hit 5,000, drop below. And now it seems like it's fairly solid in the 5,000 range. So that was fantastic too. That's another great thing. So a lot of stuff like we talked about last weekend, this week that was going to be changing is coming about. So we're going to start off all of the videos with the chat like this, and it'll be in this format. We do have both of them running concurrently, so if you'd rather watch this on your TV versus the phone, if you're at home, you've got the ability of watching it either the either the horizontal or the vertical format. So now that's up to you. So people have been wanting to see more of the horizontal, so we just thought we would give people the option. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Sarah asks, what are you guys talking about? I just scrolled onto this live.
Oh, okay. We're talking about what we're doing today on the train layout and all the stuff that had happened this week. We're getting ready to do some work over here. I've got everything set up to do some painting. We're going to be doing some weathering of some of the skid row buildings that I have for the layout. And then we're also going to be running trains here in just a few minutes. The 2 cameras are going to allow us to keep a camera on the trains at all times, and having one hovering directly above where I work, so it's going to you'll be able to see what I'm working on while I'm doing it. So it's going to be a really fun process. We'll have to really kind of work with things a little bit till we figure out the cameras, because Gabe said you can't see the big tall towers behind me anymore. So we'll have to work that out and see if there's something in the settings.
We can turn our camera on the side.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Actually,
I know.
You know, I think it actually might work if you actually do turn it on the side. See, MTO says hello.
Hello there.
MLW says, hey guys, got a challenge for you to do at the next train show. Get an engine and max 4 cars for under $35. A handful of modelers are doing it to show you can still get into the hobby on a budget.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
If you guys want us to do a budget thing at the next train show, we'll see if we can do it. I mean, I picked up what was it? I picked up the cars I picked up. Well, this guy right here, the one I was just showing, I picked up these 2 cars right here. There was this one and the Nacional de Mexico, because I'm getting a north-south run on the layout pretty soon. You'll understand that after my birthday with some of the stuff that's coming. You'll understand why we're doing north-south as well as the east-west. I got both of those cars for $10, and they're both brand new. So I'm sure for like $35, I could probably get. I mean, the engine's not going to be the best, obviously, but I could probably get a Bachmann for like 15, and I could probably get 2 more cars for another 10. So I could easily probably do it under $35 without any problem.
Let's see. Harry says hello there.
Hello, Harry. So yeah.
And Great Northern says, I'm hitting a train show tomorrow. Wasn't planning on it. I'm mostly going to see the T-Track modules.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Great Northern, I talked about it with the family, and they're all up for meeting at the N-Scale convention in Milwaukee in June. So if you're still up for that, we will be doing that. So it'll be good because we've got a lot of videos this past weekend. We got like about 130 videos, 130, 140 videos to be putting up one each day. So we will be doing. It'll be a good time just to add some extra new stuff to it, because I'm sure they'll have some great layouts there.
You know what I may do?
What?
I may switch on the vertical over to the split view so you can get a little bit better of a view.
Okay.
Here.
You see if it happens.
Yeah, all right, guys, get ready. Oh, great. MLW says, granted, those that I've seen do it were in HO, so the budget would have to be adjusted to N.
Oh yeah. Well, N can be a little more expensive than HO. I mean, there's such a plethora of HO equipment out there that you can. I mean, I can buy cars for $2 a piece in HO. I mean, the guys across from me had container cars with containers. Oh, I did do that. I'll have to show you guys. I will show you one of my finds. It's right over here from there. It was some HO stuff, but this is for an order that I've got. But yeah. So HO, it's a lot easier to find stuff a lot cheaper because you can get blue box Athearn engines for like $15, no problem. Decent blue box Athearn engines, and good cars for $5 or less a piece.
Oh, Great Northern says, I'm not seeing a lot of the chat. Weird. That is, a lot of the chats we're getting are actually coming off of the horizontal stream that we're doing at the same time. So we've got viewers from both the vertical and horizontal streams now. So it's just now
So
it's a split chat. I'm monitoring on both phones.
You're doing both of them, so you may not see some of the questions that are coming in depending on which feed you're watching. So if you hear us answering the question and you don't see it, then obviously it's coming off of the other stream. So because we've got both streams going live right now together at the same time. So we just did that because we're trying to get things kind of seeing how the horizontals go. We may do this like this from now on, both at the same time, or some days we may do a horizontal, and some days we may do a vertical. So we'll just kind of play with it and see how it goes.
Great Northern says, "Okay, I'm over on the horizontal now."
Oh, okay, yeah. So it seems like is that because you said that's where a lot of the chats were coming in from.
Yeah. Oh, he says this is much better. Just wait until we switch the camera. Hey, if you want, if you guys want to go check out the vertical view, I'm gonna switch it over to the split view to give them a preview.
Oh yeah, so they can see the work table and stuff, how it's gonna look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over.
And I'm gonna put another camera up on our wish list, on our Amazon wish list. So we'll have that up so that we can jump into 3 cameras, so that when we start to work on this bottom level down here, we can clip the camera down here and we can have 3 going. Because we got enough track right now, I can set up the unit track down below here, and we can start running 2 levels of trains. So within the next week and a half, we'll have probably both levels going. So that should really. I'm gonna have to do something about the power packs though. Gonna have to get them off the tabletop down there and figure a place to put them. So, but I mean, if that's the least of my worries in my life, then I'm doing really good. So that's all right.
Wondering if I ought to put the I have it here where your desk is on top and the trains are on the bottom. Should I swap that?
Yes.
Yeah,
because because the chat will cover. Well, probably more of the interest of what's going on. I guess it depends on what the interest is. Whether people want to watch, you know what you could do? You could leave it like that, and if they wanted to, they could switch the horizontal if they want to see the trains running without the thing. Because this way, then when I'm working on the stuff, if they want to actually just watch what I'm working on, they don't have anything obstructed. So that might be the good way to do that. So make it that, reverse that, to where horizontal has the work section blocked with chat. And then,
well, on here, on the horizontal, nothing's blocked.
Oh, okay.
It's just a side by side view.
Okay, so vertical. Oh, so if nothing's blocked there, then then make it to the vertical, to where the work area is not the blocked area.
Okay.
To where you have it set up with it, because if they can go to the horizontal and pull it up and do that, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah. So work area will be on the top.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, MLW and Great Northern are chatting.
Okay. So good. All right. So let's. It's going to take a while to do these buildings today because, like I said, I'm going to be experimenting around with a brand new technique that I've never done before. Like I said, I'm going to try to get a building that looks like it's been painted, been painted over and painted over and painted over, to where there's layers of paint. But then there's the main color of the building on top, but where we got the bleed through. So I've never done something like that before, and I'm a little worried about it as to how it's going to come out, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, I reprimer it and I start all over again. That's the worst thing that can possibly happen. So I don't care. So if it starts looking like a clown show, literally, because it's all these colors, then it's not working out right. Then I'll
clown vomit.
Yeah, I'll start it all over again. So All right, so let's just go ahead. Let me get the let me get the trains rolling, and you see how you want to set this camera up for the best view for the trains running.
Yeah, it looks like it. The station is in the way quite a bit.
Oh, it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can just get rid of it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, actually, we'll eventually have to adjust for that since the station will be sitting over the tracks. But for right now, if we're just letting it run, we can do that.
Josh says hi.
Hi, Josh.
Ken says, gotta go. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.
You too, Ken.
You too, Ken.
We'll be on Sunday, and we're going to be just continuing on the Skid Roast projects. We're going to have a lot of details printed by then. I'm going to have my fire escapes and everything, along with a lot of building details, because I should have my first 3 buildings pretty well painted by then, and we'll be starting to add details. We're going to be boarding up windows on the lower levels and making it to where it's just really sketchy. So, all right, so let me get these trains rolling.
Crochet Lady says, I can't get vertical, but horizontal's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we know Great Northern was able to do both because he went from one to the other.
Yeah.
So it must just be the way her thing is.
Let's see. Josh says, I'm going Illinois Central passenger cars tomorrow.
Oh, cool. All right, so let's see here. Like I said, I haven't run anything in a while because I've been just working on stuff. So I think we'll run the Spirit and Inside track. Well, we'll just see what's still powered up, so I don't have to switch tracks. Let's see here. All right, let's get this one going. There should be the Montana Rail Link, and it is.
I'm going to go ahead, everyone, and switch over to the split view.
Yep.
So you can make
sure. I'm heading over to the work table very shortly, as soon as I get these rolling.
How does that look?
And again, we got a lot of new engines coming. Again, thank you so much to our 2 anonymous, well, 1 anonymous and 1 not, on the engines that they took off our wish list and are sending to us from Amazon. If you have any interest in doing that, there's a lot of neat things that you'll get as a bonus for doing it. So we'll have a link to the Amazon page in the description and stuff. Or he'll pop it up here in the comments. And there's a ton of stuff there from really low to not even that high. I mean, N-Scale's top end high is a lot lower than HO's, but their bottom end low price is a lot more than HO. So it's a funny balance the way it works out. All right, so how's that look on the camera? How are we doing with that?
Looks good.
Now that I'm out of the way, does it look all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Crochet Lady says, wow, wow, wow. Great Northern says, looks good. Let's see. MLW says, hey guys, 3D printing question. I'm on Thingiverse and there's a model that's free to download with a CC/BY license. What's exactly the difference between licenses? Okay.
You handle that. I don't know any of that. I'm going to get started setting up on the painting while you take care of that.
Let's see. Josh says, we'll be back on later. Okay. See you later, Josh. Yeah. We'll pitch it here back. We'll be on for a little while. So, Great Northern says, I missed that. What engines? Oh, probably from the,
who listed it?
Great Northern. Probably about the ones that we got from the wish list.
For Great Northern, we have a wish list now up on Amazon. We put that up on Thursday, and not really thinking anything would come from it. We already had 2 guys, somebody that has never commented before or anything, but must be a longtime watcher. He took the BNSF engine off there that we had that's being sent to us. And then the other one was an anonymous. We don't know who is sending that to us, but somebody else purchased a Florida East Coast engine. So we have a BNSF SD70 ACE and a Florida East Coast ES44 DC coming to us. If you look at our post section on our channel, you'll actually see the images of the actual engines that they purchased and are being sent to us. So we're going to have some new locomotive power here fairly soon. And again, thank you very, very much for that. That was just so unexpected. Oh, look, I got a commercial.
Yeah.
Now skipping. Okay, so I'm going to show you over here on the work table what I'm trying to do. Actually, it worked out really good last night. I'm working on my skid row areas. The buildings have got to show a lot of wear and tear. So here is what I did yesterday. I'll show you the before. This is one of our little buildings, and um, it's been primered. And as you can see, I put a very light coat of paint over it. I let a lot of the primer kind of show through, and it's going to look a lot better here in a minute. You can see on the back. Well, that camera view is really pretty good. I can even bring it up a little closer if I want to. That is really nice. Boy, that is great. Yeah, let's see.
It's nice being able to have.
Oh, look at that. Well, you can really see it now. Okay. So what I've done is I've done a streak effect with the paintbrush, and we're about to really start doing. Because I'm going to show you on the other one down here what it's going to look like when we get done with this step. Okay. So then what I'm about to do to that one, I did to this one. But now look at this. Look at how this came out. I mean, this just, oh boy, this came out fantastic. I'm really, really happy with it. You can see, let me get this down. See which way do I need to go? There we go. You can see where I pulled off the paint. You can see the primer down to the building below. It's got these fantastic little streak areas here. The corner's got the wear to it. Got it up here on the top. And then look at the side here. So you can see how it's fading through right here on the paint. And edges up here, again up here on the top. I'm not quite finished with the side yet. I'm going to take a little bit more off. So what I was talking about as far as when I get to the clown show building is I'm going to have a bunch of colors of paint underneath the final coat. Where when I start to take this paint off, the top coat paint off, you'll see different colors coming through depending upon how much I take off. So that depending on how much wear has happened to the building, we'll go back in time to whatever that building color was painted. And then over here on this side, you can see how we've got it down here on these edges. We've got some streaks coming through. Not quite finished with this side yet. And I need to put another coat of paint right here on the front. So it's going to look really good. And then this will be a whole different color right here. And we'll do the same process all over again with the scraping down and doing what I'm doing to get these effect. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to put what am I thinking? Fire escapes on here with the stairs coming down, the bottom ladder like that. It's all going to be rusted, and we're going to put all kinds of junk on it. And I'm probably going to board this window up right here, and maybe the other one right here with the simulated wood that I have. And then we'll just make it all old-looking wood, really worn wood. And the front ones, I'm probably going to do like paper. A lot of the buildings we see on Skid Row, you get paper over the windows so you can't see inside, but they'll have like advertisements up. So underneath the paper, so we're going to do that right there. And this is just a blank wall because this sits next to the blank wall on this one, so that's why there's no windows or anything on it. So so we're going to work on this one, and then once I get this one done, I'm going to work this one a little heavier. And if I like the effects on that, I may come back and rework some of this. But I'm really, really liking how this is going to come out. This side right here, the back side, will probably be the side that gets filmed the most because this is crack side. The three main lines are behind here. So I've got to make sure that the back parts are really right on the money. Okay.
So I'm going to show you. Lady says that weathered building looks great. The other building screams graffiti me on the side.
Who said that?
Crochet lady.
Crochet lady. Yeah, there will be graffiti. All right. So here's how we do this. Let me find. This is it right here. Okay. So this is not the one I was using. Where's the one I was using? This one's got paint on it. Well, I can use it, but let's see the other one. Where's it drop? Oh, there it is. Dropped onto the floor. Okay. All right, but
just that dropped on the floor.
Okay. So what I'm doing, this is just my work surface here. All the stuff falls under this, and these sanding things get the paint on them. So all you have to do to clean them is you just rub those areas on there, and you can see that starts to bring it right off, and it revitalizes your sanding blocks really easily. So don't think that when you buy one of these, once you've used it, it's all covered. you're done with it, you can reuse and reuse and reuse if you just wipe them off. I want to get these wiped off really well. And then we're going to get started on doing the weathering on this other building. This one right here, I'm going to set it off the side. I'm going to get these two out of the way so they don't get covered in dust. And we're going to start with that out of the way. I'll bring that back in a minute. We're going to start on this guy. So I'm going to start on the back. It seems like that's a good place to start, but it kind of sets up what I've got to do as far as the sides go. So I'm going to start back here. You have to use a variety of pressures to do this. So what I'm going to do to start off with is I'm going to do a whole sand down. And the thing about this too is it gets rid of all your paint strokes that you do when you use the paintbrush to do the dry brushing on here. And I'll show that on another building that we're going to do in a little while. So I'm just going to use the flat part of the block, and I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to start dragging it down like that. And you'll start to see little areas popping up. And we will accent areas after a while. But right now, I'm just trying to get an overall. Now you can, oh, look at that. Now you can see right here, we're starting to get that really cool effect coming in. And you can see what I've taken off already on that. So again, we just clean it, and we'll go back at it. So now we're just going to keep doing that for a little while. I'm not pressing now as hard at the bottom as I was before because I don't want to take more off. I'm going to try to start taking some off the top. So I'm going to press a little harder up here. And I made this focus right here for a minute or two while I'm doing this. And we'll see if we can start getting the paint to come off. Oh yeah, it's starting to, you can see right here, you can see some areas that we're starting to get some really good fade down on it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little more focused. I'm going to get this part of the block, and I'm just going to start working this top edge right here. You want to pull nice and straight down as best you can. You can see right here, what we're doing is we're now starting to get some underneath the sills. That's perfect. There we go. Now look what's happening. Now we're getting these streaks coming down from the windows all around the sills. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and paint all of these the window frames a different color. And then I'll have to probably come back in and scrape a little bit off the top around the sills. But that's another day. Right now, I'm just trying to get the overall weathering done on the building itself. Oh, now we're getting it. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it, but I really want to get focused in on the top up here. This top edge. Oh, there we go. Now look at that. So we've got this coming in here. That's looking really, really good. Okay, so now see what I was talking about earlier is when I have these different colors on here, you're going to see different colors coming through these areas from the different paints over the years. So that's what I'm going to try to achieve after a while. But right now, I'm just trying to get this building done. Oh, there we go. That's actually, I like that. Look, we've got some really good stuff coming right here.
There we go. Okay. I muted our audio. I was able to add the webcam mic, so they should be able to hear you a lot better. I was just able to hear.
Were they able to hear me through this whole time?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
It was just a little soft.
Okay, but I was still they could still hear me though.
Yeah, and now the mic is right on this here.
Okay. Sorry, Gabe's messing around with stuff. So if you didn't quite hear me on all of this, I'll be going over all of it more as we go along the sides anyway.
When I was listening, and I could hear you, but now it's just like super clean.
Okay.
Not being obscured by the train and stuff.
Okay.
So they get a lot louder. Yeah.
All right, so we're starting to get, you can see we're getting all these little cracks and stuff are starting to really show up now. Well, that's looking perfect. I've almost got this side pretty well done. I think I'm going to put a little more emphasis on this corner of the building right here. We'll just kind of see what we get. Oh, that's looking nice.
Oh, MLW asks, so how we do on the show? Sell much?
Somebody asked about the show. Yes, we did really well. We went with about 30 of these small buildings, the variety of the different types, you know, from the three-door type all the way to these smaller ones right here. We took about 30 buildings. We came back with only two. So we did really well. And I wound up buying some good stuff for the layout. So it was a very successful show, and we got fantastic videos, and I got to talk with a lot of great people. So actually, three people that watched the channel showed up. So um, it was really great talking to them. All right, I'm gonna take a look at that. I like that a lot. That's giving me some really good. See, I'm trying to think also with having the fire escapes on here, what's going to get covered and what's not. Do I put a lot of time into this, knowing that there's some of this is going to get covered or not? Now, I am going to play around with this a little bit later, and probably along these edges, like these deeper edges right here, I'm probably going to be bringing in white, and I'll probably be accenting these areas just a little bit with white. Uh, it's kind of like the where the paint itself hasn't completely faded yet. So you'll see it when I come back on Sunday. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm going to go ahead though. I think I'm going to bring this over just a little bit.
MLW asks, how about the DHO stuff in the South?
Oh, we did pretty good on the HO stuff. Um, we went with 8 totes of stuff, and we were able to condense down, and we came back with just kind of half empty totes and some full. So I would say we did all right with it. And you know, weren't really a whole lot of people walking around with a lot of bags filled with stuff like I've seen at shows before. So I'm very thankful for what sales we did get because I'm sure well I know there's some people that didn't get hardly anything at all because they closed up on day one and they were gone. So um, okay, so I'm happy with the way that looks. I think that's, let me compare to the other one so you can get an idea here. So here's what we have for our two backs. So far, these two will be side by side. So let's see. Yep, that's right. So I think that's pretty good. I use different colors. You can see this one's got a little more yellow to it. And this is more, let's see, one color is bleached sand and the other color is buttermilk. So this is buttermilk and this is bleached sand. So I really like that. I think I do a little bit of work here on these with all the details that are going to be on the back and boarded up stuff. It's going to be a fantastic looking set of backs with having the trains passing behind them. It's going to look really good in the videos. So, all right. So what I've got to do now is I've got to, you know, I've got the sides here like this on this. I've got to do that to this one. So we're going to keep going with that.
Let's see. MLW says, you guys got any locos left in the HO bins?
Do we have any HO locos left? Not really. We pretty much sold everything. All that's pretty much left are just, I think, a couple of dummies. Sorry, I was just turning around to check the back, make sure everything was, trains are still moving along pretty good. I may have to add a little bit of speed to the here. I'm going to have to run a jump over here to the side. Guess I better pay attention to what I'm doing with the sandpaper versus watching trains. Okay, so I'm not too worried about these sides completely because these are going to be between other buildings. So I'm just going to get basics done. I'll need a paper towel here. Get some of that off. That's looking better. Okay. Boy, look at that. It's almost coming to a stop over here. Oh, dear. I'm going to add a little extra speed to it, see if we can power that through there a little better. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be dirty track or if that's the wheels. That's the thing I got to get. I got to get that wheel clear. Okay.
How's that for ready? Someone's going to get my phone down here because I can put it down here.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, now you can see where it's really coming through on that. That's probably going to be pretty good for an area that's you're never going to really see anyway. Give me a second here, everybody, just for a minute. I'm going to clean this as soon as this passes by. I've got a kind of a slow area right here on the track, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean this real quick. I'm going to this outside one here. I'm thinking it's just slowing down right through this area. Got to be really careful because of the bridge. But I'll get this area right here.
MLW says, "Oh sure, now 40 minutes later, YouTube sends me a notification you guys are live. Figures I'm already in." That figures.
Well, at least they did send you a notification.
Yeah.
And we do plan on being on for a while, so. All right. Let's see if this is going to help back here. I think it's going to see the wheel on the engine. I gotta get that. I gotta get that wheel cleaner. Let the train pass. Huh? Nice way to get it. I don't know. Again, we're going to do a quick shout out. Thank the people, the two that have bought those engines for us off of our wish list. Thank you very much on that. I can't wait to get them here, and can't wait to have them running for you guys to see them. Oh, boy. I would say my tracks were a little dirty.
Were you out? Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
That could be why he was slowing down pretty good. I would say that's more likely why he was slowing down pretty good. I'll let this guy go by here real quick. I wonder why this outside track gets this dirty. It's got to be the cars that are running on it. I got to just switch over to metal wheels, and I'll have to do this like once a month. Let him scooch by.
Shay Lady says another thing for the wish list: rail cleaner.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, all of the shit.
Well, you're good for you.
Sorry. It's terrible. Yeah, I tell you. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you go by, I got a bit of, I caught a little bit on the, yeah.
LW asks, are you guys interested in having any DMIR on the way up?
You and I are probably. Yeah, I don't. We'll have a lot of the layout, a lot of the upper Midwest regional roads or big roads that were in the area. I'd like to get some Wisconsin in southern, central. All right, let's see if that solves the problem. And then go back to sanding the building. Let's see how it goes. Much better. Okay. So I let that go for a bit. All right, so I'm back to the building. So I would say this side's pretty much done since you're not going to see it, so I just got to get this side. I think I'm just going to start up at the top. I'll just work my way down from there. You can actually see the powder probably. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but you can see the paint powder just kicking off. Okay. So now let's do this part of it. Start getting the corners to come up. There we go. And see how much is coming off.
If you've enjoyed the stream so far, please do make sure to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because now our next goal is about 7,500 subscribers. All right, almost got this side. Because again, like I said, this is between the buildings, so. Okay, I think I'm pretty good with that. Let me wipe this off. See how we're doing. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we've got that side's done. Back's pretty good. Matches the other back really well. Sides are good. These sides will be between the buildings, so you're not going to see them anyway. That side, I'm really happy with that side. Whoops, we got a commercial. Hang on. Okay, so that side looks really good. So by the time I get done boarding up windows and doing things, this is going to look really sharp. Okay, so we're going to try doing a multicolor um, building. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. All right, so I'll put that right here. So let's see. I probably should hit this front a little bit. I probably should just go ahead and finish painting that. Let me get my let's see. That's the blended sand. Yeah. Really shake these up. These Americana, you really got to shake these up a lot more than you do the uh, apple barrel. So this is the color I'm using for this one. All right. This is just the dry brushing. And since this is going to get a lot of this knocked off anyway with the sanding, I'm just kind of just getting it here and there. There we go. That should be good enough. I'll come in and I'll knock some of the corners down on this a little later. All right, so let's pick some colors out for this building. Where's that building? Here he is. Okay, so we're going to start fresh with this guy right here.
Floyd,
good morning. Who's that?
Floyd Robbins.
Floyd. Okay, good morning. We're getting ready to do some base painting for some colors. We're going to show this building. Basically, it's going to be, I'm just kind of sizing this up, where it's had a lot of colors over the years, painted different colors. And then we've got the last color that's going to be on there with colors showing through. So,
MLW says LTEX has a few DMIR units deadlined on their property. On the video I'd like to also have 3 to 4 pairs of DME units in the early Metro days. Deadlines there too.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool to see. Okay. Well, let's see. Where's my plate? It has all my multicolor on it. I probably don't have it anymore. It's been a while since I've done a multicolor. Well, I'll just use this side of the gray. All right, so I'm gonna pick some colors. Give me a sec here. I may do a yellow, like it was something was painted yellow at one time. Let's see. Get my bags of paints here. See what I've got. Ooh, I know. See if I can find it. I've got like a denim blue somewhere. That would probably look pretty good. That deep navy, that's too dark. Let's see. Denim blue. Oh, there's another nice light purple. That would be good. I want to make this building white. So,
Let's see. Oh. Crescendo asked for the going to see what you picked up at the train show on the Sunday live.
probably. Or we'll have videos about them. One of the two. Oh, there it is. There it is. Blue cotton. There we go. And I think there's a good purple down here too. Let me see. Oh, there's a turquoise. Oh, very good. Okay. So here's colors I'm thinking of using. I want one of these, whatever color I don't choose here, I'm going to use for probably the face of the other one of the other two. So let's get to going on that. There's a nice mossy green. That'll be good. I actually should do it right now. I'll get all that put back on here. All right, it's gonna look like a hot mess here in a minute, but it'll all make sense pretty soon. I thought I had well, I'm just gonna go white. Yeah, I think white would be a very good color on top to let these colors all stand out. Okay, so it's not going to matter which way we do this as far as which layer is which. And this may not work at all. I don't know. We'll see. It's an experiment. All right, this is a brand new one, so I gotta pop this one. This is blue cotton. I kind of like it. I actually kind of like this aqua sky for maybe the front of one of the other buildings. So I'm going to go with the blue cotton and maybe the mossy green and maybe that yellow. These are a little kind of bold, so I think a little too bold. I think I'll go with this palette right here. All right, so let's get these all shaken up. This is what that extra glass of water was for that you got me. Okay, I think I'll put the yellow down first because this is going to be so bright, and then I'll put these more muted colors on top because I'd want those, I think, to show through more than this. All right, so let's start with the yellow. I'm not going to cover the whole building. I'm just going to do some blotchy areas. Kind of like that. I'll let it dry, and then I'll come back and do a little bit brighter of a coat. That's that.
Floyd asked what state we're in.
We are in Wisconsin, on the border of Illinois, middle center of the state. Again, I'm not going to do anything up in the front because I'm going to be. I'm going to kind of model this as far as like they've tried to keep the fronts looking a little better, so it's going to be a little brighter paint. All right. Thing about acrylics, dries quick, so. Like I said, this is our clown car building to start off with. Okay, so there's kind of good yellow to start with.
Oh, Floyd says, "Oh, okay. I'm from Southern Ontario."
Oh, okay. All I'm doing is just helping the paint dry a little quicker. Now, this is starting exactly how those others started. So, don't panic. You can see how this looks. It's certainly not going to be staying that way.
Floyd says, "I've been there before a couple weeks ago. I've been here before a couple weeks."
This area?
I think so.
Ah, yeah, we're actually in Beloit. Okay. So there's the dry brushing. That should pretty much do the yellow coat. Might put a little more back here because, like I said, the back is the important part, since that's what's going to face the trains when we're have the live cameras going. I'm just going to make sure that's on this side. You're never going to see it, and this side's going to have a bunch of details. It's got all the window sills and everything, so it's going to have all kinds of paint. Plus, probably going to board up that window right there. All right, so let's get that. If I have time, I may.
Oh, he says, just the live shows, the live streams that we're doing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've been with us a couple while ago for the live streams. Okay. This is the back of another smaller building. You can see the size comparisons here. So I may wind up, and everything's right. The doors are all exactly the right. We measure everything in scale by half inch. Half inch is approximately 7 foot high.
Yeah.
So those Those doors are all 7-foot high doors, which are pretty tall. We measured our door jambs here, 7 foot high on our doors is about maybe halfway up the sill, the header. All right, I think I'm going to do. I'm trying to think of what I want to have as the last color to show through the most, and I think that's going to be the blue. So I'm going to do green next. Okay, it's drying pretty good now. Okay, now is this a new? Nope, this is not a new jar. We're back to the apple barrel. So that's good. So the apple barrel will be what I'm going to be having for my top coats for all three of the top coat stuff. And some of this stuff may never even be seen. Once I get the other colors on, we may not see the yellow again. But if there's areas where just even the tiniest little bit of yellow will show through, that'll look really great. So it's a lot of work for very little afterwards. So get that. We'll see what we got here.
Well, it says I haven't been in Wisconsin since the 90s when I was driving trucks.
Oh. Well, we've only been here for about 19 years now. We were in Omaha for a long time, and I grew up in uh, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And Josh said, I am back.
Oh, welcome back, Josh. All right, I'm just about ready to put the green on here. Now it'll really start to look like a clown car. All right, we're done with the yellow, so I'm going to set that off the side so I don't grab it again. All right, how are we doing? Let's try. Okay. I love acrylic. All right, so now we're just going to kind of do spots, probably in different areas. Like I won't probably go all the way up. Thicker areas. Oh, that looks pretty good. I like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Again, we're just putting blotches on, but because once I get the white on here, you won't see any of this until we start sanding it off. That's pretty good. I think I'll make a couple of little darker areas. Yeah. Okay. Around this side. Hard part on this is going to be these window sills, the window frames. This was one that we've taken them off in the prints since this. So I'm going to have to really work with very fine sandpaper and stuff to get into those areas. Okay, so that looks good. Got that, got that. That's all right.
Let's see. MTO says quite some distances and changes in locale. I was born in Toledo, and except for a year in Ypsilanti, Michigan, when I was 3 and a year in Cleveland, I've been in Toledo all my life.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. We just happen to move around for work. There we go. I like that mottled look. And that's definitely got a good mottled look to it. And that's MOTTLED, not model, but mottled. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we're going to let that sit for a minute. And then we'll put the blue on top. So we now have 3 coats of paint from, like representing probably like a couple of decades each of paint on a building, with another set on top from another 2. So we got like 40 years of paint here. We'll put 20 more years on with this, and then we'll put the white on, and the white will represent the last phase of the painting. So that'll probably like last 30 years or so.
Josh says I'm back.
Ah, glad you're back.
Hi, Josh.
I can't lay this down so you guys can see it because it's wet, but here's where we're at right now. I'm shaking the bottle of blue. That's why things are shaking up right now. There's definitely some thicker areas of paint on this, so it's just going to take a little bit longer to dry, but that's all right. Give me time to get this paint bottle really shaken up well. Maybe what I'll do while I'm waiting for that to dry is I'll take this peacock teal and maybe paint the front of that one building that I'm working on. Well, I'm working on 2 other buildings, but maybe this one front right here, the top of it, just to get that done. That might be good. That might be a really good color for the front. And then I'll make the bay window a different color. And then, of course, all the trim gets painted different colors too. So maybe while I'm waiting for this to dry so I don't push this and rush it, I set it off to the side. This is what I was talking about, was this guy right here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this area right here, this color right here. I need a smaller brush. This will probably, because I got to be careful on my edges. This will do. Huh? What?
Well, I'm not sorry.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think that'll be a nice color for the top of this. And then after that's all dry, I'll come and do the top trim up here, bottom trim, and then we'll paint the bays a different color, but I'm going to paint the entire area this. And then we'll figure out a color later, and I'll paint the window frames and the door frames of that a different color. But or maybe I'll do it all the way with this. Maybe like they did the entire thing that way. Well, not the whole thing, but I mean, get this and get the doors and the window frames done with this same color. The only thing I might, well, not might, but the only thing I'll probably change is going to be the bay window. All right, so let's put a little blob of that right there. And again, I'm going to make it to where it looks a little neater, but I don't want it to be perfect. So, all right. I may try to fade it just by hand here to where I don't really have to come back too much with the sandpaper. Again, I'm just doing a dry brush technique. So I took a lot of the paint off. Oh yeah. That's going to be kind of a nice color, I think, with the primer showing through for the age. I am going to paint this a different color, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it the blue for right now so that all the corners and everything, like where everything comes together, will all have paint on in those areas. So there we go. Nothing came around the corners where that was, and I'll take some off there. It's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll get a smaller brush and I'll get the areas down below. Like I said, I'm definitely going to go with a different color here for this, but we'll just go ahead. I may just do the actual window frames themselves, but leave the rest of this the blue. So we'll kind of wait and see how it looks here. And I will bring some of the gray back out with some sanding and some filing. It's not going to be perfect because we are talking about Skid Row here. But we'll say that they tried to keep this looking decent for at least a few years. All right. That's a nice color. And that looks really, let me take a look here from my angle. Well, that actually looks really pretty good with some of that gray coming through. I'm going to do a little more now that I can see. I'm going to do a little more right here just to get into those little areas and underneath. And just again, we're just dry brushing so we can get rid of all those paint streaks and everything with the sandpaper when I get to it. It won't take me long to do this because we're not going to take a whole lot off. We'll put probably some weathering down, some lighter colors down underneath the windows there.
Victoria says hi and looks amazing.
Oh, hi, Victoria. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Victoria's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he said sparkles.
Sparkles. Yeah. It's all nice and wet.
Thank you. That was a gift.
Oh, thank you. All right, let me get I don't think my fine brush is right here. I don't know what I did with that. That figures. The one I need the most. So I'll skip all right, let me go to my. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. It's on the ground. Of course it's on the ground. Why wouldn't it be on the ground? All right. So we're gonna. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll paint the door and probably around this window right here. Do I really want to do that? Or do I want to go with a different color?
So, Victoria says, Happy Friday and blessings.
Oh, same to you, Victorious. This is our last fish fry tonight. We were uh, getting everything set up for it today. And tonight's it. 6 weeks is done.
Oh, boy, yeah.
What?
Crochet Lady said, Your middle track must be dirty when your school shoes going to be the train really slows down. It was really.
Was it? Over there against the wall?
Well,
Against that wall? Yeah. I'll do it here in just a sec. Let me just get this finished. Yeah, just right there. I'll get it. Because now that I got this one up here done, he's just sailing right around the corner, no problem. So let me just get this under area here while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Oh, that's a nice color combo. I like that a lot. So here you can see what we're doing here. Yep. Good. All right. Let me go get that track clean real quick. Where was the thing I was using? This. Fold it over. Where's the one I was?
Josh says, Gabe, I like the one guy who tried to pick up the skyscraper and it fell over at the train show.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
That ticked me off. Man, that ticked me off.
Uh-huh. Where's the movie?
Yeah, it's right there. What do you need to see that isn't out plain in sight?
Yeah.
Or just ask a question. Is it in sections? Is it whole? Is it whatever? Yeah, that yeah.
He says volume's a little low on the camera. Yeah, it's just the proximity to it. That's the problem. Right.
Oh, it's that leg. It sounded electrical. I thought, what is that? Why? I felt like I had an arc going, but it was that plastic leg moving.
Oh.
I have the.
Okay. Boy, that'd be kind of scary.
Yeah.
We'll have you arcing.
Sounded like arcing, but it hit one. Almost got it. We'll get it back going.
Yeah.
Okay. And get a paper towel here. Now this is going to have to go on my thing here. Thing.
Crochet Lady says I like the blue on that building.
I do too. I think that's going to look really nice. I'll weather it down, fade it down some. I think that's going to look really good. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get metal wheels on everything. Wouldn't have to do this all the time. I mean, I'm sitting here running these things for like 2, 3 hours straight. You know, it's going to get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it was dirty. All right, I'm fired up. See if that took credit card. Yeah, I did it.
You did it.
Yeah. All right, back to the building. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with the blue down here on the door. I'm gonna go with a different color for the lower floor. Like they painted the upper floor a different color, and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I am gonna do a little bit more dry brushing here just to make sure I have all the areas done. This has been good. This is giving this thing a lot of time to dry before I put that blue on there. So maybe what we'll do while I'm waiting for the blue to dry is I'll put the I'll paint the face of this right up here. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we're going to call that on that. That blue's a good blue. Put that up here. Oh, now I can start to see some colors coming my way. Now I'm looking at it up on the layout. Well, that's good. All right. Are you dry? I hope so. Pretty close. I think we're close enough. Okay. So what color was I going to do this? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now I'm going to make this a little more. This is going to be a little heavier of a coating because I want this to be the color that comes through the most on this. So we're going to make sure we get this pretty well covered. Oh, that's a nice blue. That is going to be a nice blue. All right. So this was the final color before the white. That is the final color. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Nice. Very good. Now we go to take the paint off here. The blue will come off and we'll see some of the colors underneath when we start sanding. The blue will show up after we get the white on. So this is now we're about 50 years ago as far as the paint goes. We've come forward in time about a half a century with those other two lower colors. There we go. Nice. Huh.
Judge said I like the guy who tried to pick up the skyscraper at the train show and it fell apart and gave the guy said it's hard to put on a do not touch on the skyscraper.
Yes. Yeah. Well, then we wound up just not even. What was really sad is I thought, all right, we packed up for the first night. That happened on the first day. We packed up for the first night. I thought, all right. Gabe said, let's just leave it inside the tote. Nobody will mess with it. We'll just leave it inside the tote. So we left it all broken apart inside the tote, but left a picture on top showing what it looked like. And I'll be darned. Next day, they were having to actually pull it up out of the tote and handle it and look at it. I said, well, the picture's right there. And I said, I'm not going to reassemble it. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize this is a very tactile hobby. It's fun to touch everything and see everything, but usually when something's inside like that, it usually is because it's not to be messed with. So.
Floyd Sir and want to join you on their ultimate live stream.
Oh, great! Thank you. All right, so you almost have the blue. You can see how all the colors are coming through from all the decades of repainting this building. I like that a lot. I definitely like that. We put the white over the top, then we start sanding the stuff. Just gently sanding and going through the layers. Oh, yeah. That's going to be pretty good. Old decrepit building sitting in our skid row. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I guess I can pick out a color and do the top floor of this. Do this whole area right here.
Floyd says, yes, I put a like on both pages for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Floyd.
Thank you.
All right, so what color do I want to do with that?
Gage Collector says hi.
Hi, Gage. Glad you joined us. What am I going to do? Oh, how about sun-kissed peach? That might be good.
Wow.
How's that look with the side? Oh, that's a nice contrast to the side colors. We'll go with that. Okay. Helps when you got about 300 bottles of paint that you've collected over the years. You can just kind of look through and go, oh, that's a good color. We'll do that. There's some new colors they came out with this year. I got to go get them and add them to the collection especially for like the graffiti. That's why I have so many different colors. Is mostly for the graffiti. Oh yeah, that's going to be a nice color. That'll be a good neutral color next to the others. Now I think on this one, I'm going to do one color here and a different color down below. So I'm just going to take and do this, and I actually might wind up using this as the main color and then either adding a little black to it so I can get these sides to make this pop a little bit more, and just so we'll play around with it a little bit and see what happens. Again, just dry brushing. Okay, I can already tell this is kind of a thinner acrylic, so it's going to take quite a few coats. And then I'll have to come back through and clear the windows out. But it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely a thinner paint. Because I haven't added any water to it at all. And but it's looking good. Yeah, that should be all right when we get to the final stages of it. We'll let that base coat get started with it, and I'll go ahead and I'll use my smaller brush, and I'll get the sides with a base color, and then we'll decide whether we want to add any black to it. To make the sides a little different. If you like the new setup, this is how we're going to be doing it. Pretty much with the split screen. Occasionally we'll do the single screen, and sometimes we may be doing more than or more than two cameras. We might have three cameras going. So if you guys have liked it, you might want to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future broadcasts we do.
If we want to hear any input.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys have got any, if you've liked this look,
let us know.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here with my concentrating. Okay, that's pretty good for a base coat. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get these all this stuff out of the windows. Got really thick in there. I'll have to come into the back side and get those cleaned out. There we go. Okay. So let that sit. Looks pretty terrible right now, but it won't be after we get done with it. So this is some really thin paint. I wasn't expecting it to be this thin, so I may have to go with a different color. We'll see how it goes after coat number 2. But it's going to have to sit and dry for a while first. So I'm going to put it back up here to see if I even really like the look of the color, because I really did like that blue. I think it's going to be lacking because it's too close to the other colors, the side colors. I need something more vibrant. Okay. Well, I'll pick something else. All right. It looks like except for the windows themselves, the windowsills.
Richard says I really like the horizontal view.
Good. How many do we have on it?
On the horizontal line. 10 lockers.
Okay.
Only have 2 lots limited.
Okay. All right, it's looking like it's drying pretty good. I got a few wet spots right in here. I'll go ahead and I'll keep blowing on these till they're dry. Yeah, I don't like that peach at all up there on that one. Okay, it's getting to the point where I think I'm going to be ready for the white coat. I didn't put a lot down in here because that's going to be a different color, that trim. So I was just mainly focused on getting the sides. You can see we've got some others here. I've got 2 here. One's going to be for the upper level and one's going to be for the lower level.
Floyd says don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Who said that?
Floyd.
Oh, yeah, the thumbs up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
John asked how many skyscrapers are you going to put on the layout?
We'll have between 25 and 30 skyscrapers. We're actually going to start printing number 6. No, number 7. I can make a count up there to see what we have. We're going to start printing number 7 this week. Okay. I think I am ready for the white. All right. So again, just apple barrel white. Find a spot here I can put it. My plate's getting a little full with colors. Yeah, that peach isn't going to work. It's just too close to the sidewall colors. Uh, you can actually see here, it's too much in the tonal values of these. So I'm going to have to pick something else because once I sand it and get it down, it's going to be too close. So we'll pick a different color. It's a good primer coat that's on there for whatever I decide to go with, but we'll figure it out. Come on. There we go. I don't know how much we're going to need, so we'll go about like that. Now we're on white, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to change out the cup I'm using for my cleaning the brushes. Go back to the white one. All right, let's get this cleared off a little bit here. Okay, so we'll start at the back because that's what I started with first, and it should be pretty well dry. Yep, nothing came off on my hand. So we're just going to pull the white. All right, so this is the final coat right here. So this is the coat that I'm going to let some of the color come through already, but we're going to try to make this cover as much as possible. We're getting some really good effects now. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna make this white a little thinner for the sides because it's pretty thick, as it usually is. It was a little thicker than I thought it was gonna be. So we're going to let that dry, and we'll probably put a little more on there, but we're just going to get started with this. And I didn't get enough white in, or enough water in.
Actually sharing this thing too.
Well, go ahead.
Well, they can't. They seem. It doesn't seem like they can hear me as well.
And what am I asking?
Oh, just if we want to share the screen.
Oh, share the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You don't get a lot of that. People don't share it. Oh, look what we got going there. That drug that right down. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, this is good. Yeah, so if you want to share with other people, please feel free to share the stream. Oh, this is going to be really good.
If you've got some friends or family that are into model trains, or if you're like part of groups on Facebook or Discord or whatever, you think that they would enjoy seeing this too, uh, feel free to share it. It helps us out and probably something enjoyable to watch.
Yep, we're shooting for a 7,500 now.
Yep. So if you haven't yet, if you're new to the stream, please do like and subscribe. It does help us out a lot.
It does. And again, thank you to those two that went to our Amazon wishlist page and bought 2 engines that are sitting up to us. You will see them out here on the layout on a regular basis. Thank you so much for that. We're going to have something special on the layout for those kind of donations. Look how that's kind of really starting to come through. And when I sand it and I get rid of all the layers, that's going to look really sharp. And I will come back and do a little more here and there. That's looking good, Doug. Okay. Big difference from that. Let me see there.
God says my wife and I can study for painter buildings at the trade fair, but can do 3D printing.
Yeah, yeah. It 3D printing is its own beast. There's a lot of great files up there that you can just start with that you don't have to do a whole lot to, but we like everything custom. So because of that, you got to have a little more familiarity with working with computer systems and software, and Gabe does. So, like I've said in the past, I just tell him what I want, and I show him the file or the image, and he gets at it. So. Oh, there we go. Look at this right here. I like that a lot. I want to add more white, but I don't know. That's a really great transition right there. So I know when I sand, I'm going to be taking white off. So it's like, do I add a little extra? Uh, well, yeah, I'm going to have, because otherwise, maybe just towards the top up here. That's good. Yeah, that'll be all right. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to want a few spots of the white that are definitely brighter. Like the paint hasn't faded, hasn't done anything. So we'll put a couple little areas in. I'll do this on all the sides, mostly towards the middle probably, because it seems like, corners always get the worst wear. So I'll just try to focus my attentions right here in the middle with having that, and that's actually making those areas stand out better now. How's that?
Oh, John Muller says, hi, just checking on the progress. I know I asked this before, and you said the skyscrapers can take a long. take a while. These little buildings seem to take long. Or what do you think?
No, these little buildings don't take long at all. I've probably got, well, I glued it and primered it probably time wise on that, maybe uh 20, 30 minutes with puttying time and sanding, maybe a half hour. Um, I probably got another. Well, I'm going to detail the heck out of these things. So, um, I mean, I could probably work like 5 hours on each of these, adding details because we're putting the fire escapes on. I'm going to be putting electrical, the weather heads on here, gas lines, the whole works, up on the top here. We'll have it recessed in with a hatch for the roof. We may put like, streaky, like where the seams come together for the tar paper and all that. So there's a lot to be done still.
Yeah, so what about the painting?
What about the painting?
How long will that take? How long will that take?
Right now, I've only got on this building maybe painting time. Um, Probably about 15 minutes because I'm going back and forth between buildings. It's really kind of hard to judge how much time when I start working like this because um, I'll have two or three buildings going at the same time. So it's basically what I do is at the end when I'm done for the days, I just look where I'm at and I divide everything by however many buildings I'm working on. Boy, I like that back. Man, that is looking really good. I want to get a little more white in the middle like I was talking about. Uh, and then I can't wait to do some sanding and let some of these colors come through. Because what we're looking for is, this kind of an effect like we talked about where you've got all those faded areas, but I wanted color underneath from other years of paint. So this is looking pretty sharp. I'll have to see how it's going to do. So I'm gonna add a little more blue or a little more white right here in the middle, and then probably the same right here, a little more at the top, and then we'll let it sit, and then we'll start sanding.
Josh says, looks like a building that sits out in an area that hasn't been used for a long time to me. LOL.
That's what this is. Let me see. This looks like it's um, been out in an area that hasn't seen a lot of use. It isn't. This is Skid Row for us. This is going to be the biggest rundown area part of our city. So all the buildings are going to be beat up, graffiti on them. Maybe it has some scorch marks from like the bums setting fires along the sides to keep warm, like we see in uh, Kensington.
Kensington, yeah.
Along the sides of the buildings are where they set the fires and they scorch everything. Um, so it's definitely we're going to be showing where this area right here is so good. I love this right here. That just came out. I'm not going to have to sand that area much. And then probably take off the white here, get down to the blue, let it fade. So this is going to be perfect to show the different eras of paint. Man, that's looking really good. Okay. I think this is pretty well dry to where I can try to get a little more here in the middle. So it's the paint's just.
Boyd says, I'll be back. Need to get some late lunch.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good lunch.
Maybe it's still the deal with the gas.
Okay. I like that a lot. Okay, so now we're going to do this side. just getting a couple of thicker areas dry. And while this is drying, I'm probably going to get the sanding block and I'll knock that really tealy blue down a little bit on the edges. Get it back down to the primer in there just so it looks we want it to look fairly nice, but it's still going to have to show a lot of wear. All right, so let's see what we can do here. That's looking really good.
Appreciate the details. Nice. On the blending, you're accomplishing a lot today.
Yes, we are. I've been wanting to get these three buildings these were our test areas. These are our test buildings. If it didn't go right, I didn't like it, I can either primer it over again or we can reprint the buildings and start from scratch because it didn't take much as far as um, filament goes and print time or any of that stuff. So these are just good ones to practice on, basically, with the hopes that it's going to move from a practice to actually staying on the layout. So that's the thing about having a 3D printer is you mess something up, well, you just go print another one off. Oh man, I really like that right there. I'm going to leave that corner just like that.
Dark storage, the building you're painting green looks like a building that hasn't been used for a long time.
Yes, Josh, that's exactly what and I'm glad that that's how it's coming through and that's how you're interpreting it because that's exactly the uh, effect I'm going for is old Skid Row buildings, slums area, because this is the oldest area of our town. So now see, you take your time with this. You learn how to do dry brushing, how to do washes, things like that. You couldn't achieve effects like this with an airbrush. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Uh, because I've used both, and this dry brush effect gets you so much layering and character. You could take your airbrush and you could blast up here, and fade it down, but these you're not going to get these little great streaks that you have right here that look like, you know, time has had its way with the building. It's just not going to happen. So you can see what I've been doing here. I've just been going at it slowly but surely. And here, let's show you where we're at. Let me clean this out. I'll hold up one of the other buildings so you can see the comparison between the backs. Oh, commercials. So I'll wait till commercials over. You guys may not be on the same commercial with me. Okay, so I mean, look at what we're starting to get here. And this one's gonna look so cool when I start doing the sand down. And you get those colors from all those years from before. Uh, and you look at the sides, and and I'm not joking. It's the truth. It looks so much better in person. Okay, so we're gonna let this sit for a little bit, and I'm going to. This is dried enough, so now this looks too new. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get Mr. Sanding Block. Uh, Try to find a better one. Here it is. Okay. And I'm going to try to knock off some of this on the edges here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now I'm going to do all of the window frames a different color, so I'm not going to really concentrate on anything right there. And like I said, I'm going to be making the bay a different color. So all I'm doing right now is just trying to get there. That's oh boy, that's nice. Oh, you can really see if I can get this up here so you can see it. You can really see the color coming through in spots. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Looks, I want to keep a lot of the paint on there, but I just wanted that paint chip feel, that there's just it's just age. You see, we're getting all they're doing is we're just getting this off the highlight areas, the raised areas. It's just giving you that great effect. All right, let's get a towel here. Get the powder off and take a little closer look here. That's it. That's exactly what I wanted. And then when I paint the window frames, I'll come back in and I'll scrape off a little bit too, right there. But that definitely showed its age. Okay, I'll do just a little more right here, a little more right there. Yeah. So back up here, take a look. Yep, yep, perfect. Knock that color off. Gave me my highlights. What's up? Nothing. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm just getting this stuff cleared because I'm getting close to being able to work on this. The acrylic's almost dry. So I'm just about ready. So we'll get everything off from everything we've been doing.
I said you've been trying to find some more buildings, and my layout was on the next spring show in June.
Oh, very good.
And Carl says hi.
Hi, Carl. Okay, so I got the sanding block pretty well clean. So we're gonna I'm gonna try to get this just came out with the paint the way it was perfectly. That's what I'm gonna try to shoot for. As far as an effect goes on this entire building, I'll pull more off the bottom because obviously, down here the water bouncing off the ground all the years and everything collecting and splashing is going to have an effect on that and just moisture seep up. So this is where we're going to start. I'm going to just see here how yeah, there's no white coming off on my hand at all. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to look like. I've never done this effect before. I'm pretty pleased with this area right here though, so we're going to wait and see. Cross the fingers and hope for the best. Okay. So, um, well, worst case scenario, I just got to start it from scratch. So I'm just going to start on the edges. I'm going to try to do very little in the middle. So I'm going to just start here. It may still be a little too wet. I bet it's the paint in the windowsills. I want to gum up my sanding block, so then I can't use the area again. I should be all right. I should have gotten this off of here pretty good. Let's see. I may just take, let's see, the big flat area here. I may just run this over real quick to see if I have any wet spots on the that come off that don't come off when I do this. Nope, it came off all right. Well, look what that did almost immediately, though. Look at how that just, it brought some of the blue right out, sanded the white down to get a smooth surface. We're going to have some really good effects right here when we get down into it. So let's see what happens. That's all still coming off okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's doing what I want it to do. It's going to take a little while to work my way down to the green again, because that's down in there. Let's see here. I think I'm just going to come along here and just work these areas right here, see what I can get to happen with the paint effects.
It's kind of hard to see it on camera.
Okay. Here's where we're heading to.
I'll back it out a little bit. Bad. Fortunately, we can't tap to focus.
Yeah. So what's happening here now is I'm getting back down to the base color of the building, which is perfect. We've got the blue coming through, which is nice. I'm just trying to find that green that was under here. Oh, that's nice. Well, that looks really good. I may not get down to the green. It may just be the blue from before. Because this is actually looking really good. I'm really pleased with this now.
Shane Lady asked if you thought about creating a Bryant Park area and an open space inside your Artemis Fund.
Ice skating rink? Probably not. I don't have the space for that with as many uh, skyscrapers as we're wanting to do.
MTO says, all right, I need to head off, take care of a couple things, and set up my live stream. Have a great rest of your day and weekend.
You too.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, there we go. I'm getting some of the gray up here to come in too. Yeah, that's looking better. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we're starting to really get it coming on the edges. I don't think I'm going to do too much more. I'm really liking the colors that are coming through right here. I don't want to take a chance of overdoing it. I don't want to lose the colors that I've got because I can actually see green right here. You're probably not going to see it on the camera, but I can actually see green right here. There's some green right here, a little bit right here. Let's see how these compare. Nice. That's a nice difference. Got some good color there.
Looks like our camera.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Let's I may come back to the back. I'm going to work on this side now. We're just going to see what happens. Yep, blue's coming through now.
Josh says, when you're standing in a building, it reminds them of people just finally looking at Oregon color on an vintage car.
Oh, okay. Oh, pretty cool. All right. Well, we're going to come up here. Oh, ooh. Well, you can always tell when I find something I like. That just came out fantastic right there. And it's all just luck. You trust in the process. You hope it's going to look all right, and then you just do it, and then we'll just see what happens. Ooh, there's a streak coming in right there. Oh, that's nice. Look, we got this happening right here now. That is looking really good. Now, I'm sure nobody's ever going to see this. That's the sad part. This is the side between the buildings. But when I do stuff, I do it the whole way, or I just don't do it. Eventually, I may move this building, and this may be like an open lot sitting here next to this. I don't know. So at least, oh, that's really nice. Okay. Anyway, sorry. At least I know if I do move it later, I know the building is completely done. All the sides are perfect, exactly the way they should be. So, oh, this is looking. Where's my?
Well, it says original, not water copy.
Oh, okay.
So original color.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna keep working this area here, see if I can get more blue coming through right here. I like where this is going. Do some crossways action here, so we get like some layers. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do this whole area so I can get this whole area right here down to blue.
The crocheting lady says yes, the blue shows up.
Yeah, it is here in person, big time. And I've got my green coming through right here, that other level, the green and the yellow. So I'm getting some fantastic colors along my edges here. Like I said, 90% sure nobody's ever going to see this side right here, but I know it's done and I know I'm happy with it. So let's see here. Flip this around. Oh yeah. Now I got some really good green coming through and a little bit of yellow too. Okay, now we're going to take the flat and we're just going to see if we can just get some nice evenness going. There we are. Okay, I'm not doing any more than that. That's perfect. Yep. I've been thinking about doing a black wash also. Uh, I'll have to really think about that because that's going to change everything if I do it. I might try it on a smaller building, not coat these yet, not dull coat them yet, and then see if I like the black wash, or if it didn't add anything to it, not worry about it. Okay, now we're gonna do this corner, this back corner here, see what we can get coming out. Oh, there we go. That's it. And this I really want looking good because this is going to face out. 'Cause you've got all these windows and everything, so this, oh, that's perfect. Oh man. Okay. Well, for a technique I have never tried before, I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, I can't wait to get my Illinois safety passenger card. Law.
Oh, very good. I do like the Illinois Central cars. They're pretty cool. Okay. I think I'll do a little bit here just to fade this down into this. Get that back. Oh, there we go. All right. So now I'm gonna, there we go. All right. I think I'm pretty close to being done with the basics on the walls. I'm gonna take a little bit right here on that window area. I'm gonna cover this with with wood, this window area with wood anyway, so it's not gonna matter a whole lot. Boy, that looks really good. Yeah, you can see the yellow, you can see the green right along these edges. That's right where I wanted it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. Look what happened here. Got all this color coming out. You got a nice, looks like down to the basic building with the paint just falling off the sides there. That side looks great. You'll never see it, but that side looks great. Oh, that side looks fantastic. And I didn't know how well it was going to come out with having to work around these window frames, getting in between there, but I think it did fine.
Lord says I must go. Have a great weekend.
You too, Floyd. Glad you joined us. We're getting ready to log off ourselves here pretty quick.
Yeah, I've been gone for 2.5 hours.
Yep, yep. I just need to. I got to let this other one dry, and I'll put some more color. We'll come back to working on this on Sunday. By then, all of this will set up to where it'll be easier to work with. Well, it's doing all right so far, but it'll just be easier. Oh, that looks so nice. So let's compare. Let me get everything wiped down. My hands. Okay, so here's the two sides you'll never see. This building obviously has seen a lot more wear. Here's the fronts.
Josh, how's that bridge that was made for the elevating thing?
Oh, the bridge is doing fine. I just haven't gotten the track yet to finish it off, but I will be doing that, and I've also got to weather it too. I'm not looking forward to weathering it, so it's one of those things where you put it in the back of your head, you got to do it, but I can do this right now. I want to do this instead. So I've got all these other little projects going now that have kept me from getting back to it. I'll get there. But anyway, okay, so you can see how that came out. I mean, we've got some really good stuff happening right there. So
It's great work.
thank you, Great Northern. All right, so then let's see here. Here's the two sides. Look at that. Boy, that's going to look fantastic on the block. These three are on a single city block by themselves. So this will be the first one I'm going to finish where I'm going to be putting these, actually gluing them onto a foundation, styrene, and then having the yards back behind, sidewalks, the whole works. So I'm thinking they're looking pretty good. I may do a black wash on this one, just to give you some depth of color. I can probably practice on this side because if I don't like it, it's going to be between the buildings anyway. But see, these sit like this, and they're going to be about that close to each other. So you're never going to see any of that anyway. All right, so I'm happy with that. Let's see what the backs look like. Oh, look at that. Wow. This is the side that's going to get photographed the most for the videos. So we're going to have a fire escape right here with the ladders, and then a drop down, partially, it'd be up. It's all going to be rusted. Probably put people like living on it with their balconies. So I'm actually going to put like some overhangs, like they attached awnings to it. There'll be some chairs, like foldable chairs on there, maybe some people hanging out. I'll paint the doors different colors. Get the window glazings in on the back side where we'll have shades and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably put some streaking on the windows from dirt, just a little extra. Or I may not, depending upon how it looks after I get the fire escapes on there. I'm really, this is the side most people say this is their side that they really like the best. Not me. This is because this is going to be the track side that people are going to see the most when we're running trains and we got videos going. So that's why I'm spending a little extra time on the backs. I mean, it's not like I'm not. I mean, you look at that. I've got the same effect going all the way around. So all I got to do here is paint this a white and finish it up and do the door. That's that angled door that's in there. Get it done, and then pick out my colors for the fronts. This is a good color. I brought this color all the way around here, and I'm just going to fade it down a little bit, and I'll pick out some colors for the doors. Um, and then I don't know. Well, I was about to say, I was thinking about painting just, I'm just thinking about painting these actual little frames right here, this area right here, not this or this, but painting these a separate color of some sort. But it also looks pretty good too. I may just wind up taking the sanding block and highlighting them a little bit better and just leave it at that because that's looking really nice. Um, I'll figure out a color for these. This was the other one that we were working on today. You can see there's the back of it. So here's the three. Let's see. This is the middle one.
This been asked, will you do much weathering on the skyscrapers?
No, the skyscrapers will not have much weathering at all. It's mostly going to be in the older parts of town that'll have the weathering. I mean, I'll do a little bit, but there won't be a lot. So now you can see. Huh?
Josh said I'm the same way putting stuff in the back of my mind on the way out.
Yeah, yeah. It's easy to get to work on other things and not finish projects. So you can see the different colors we've got. This is the bleach sand. This is the butter. What is it? Buttermilk. And this is the multicolor blue undercoating for like years of paint that have faded off. So you can see how that's going to look. We're going to have just junk back here. Tons and tons of junk in the yards, weeds everywhere. So, all right. So then that's how those line up because these are all the flat sides that go into each other. So then we got that, and then you see that, and then we've got that, and that, and that, and then the fronts of these. You can see that peach just didn't work. So I'll get a different color for that, and we'll get it repainted and so by the time we get together on Sunday, what I think I'm going to do on Sunday is I'm going to work on this guy right here. This is a really cool one. And it is scaled to the others. So this is going to be like a multicolored building. So you'll have half of it one color and half of it the other. So probably work on that a little bit. This is all still again in our Skid Row area. And then I'm going to probably build on Sunday. Whoops, I got this thing. Let's see where. So here's another one of our, I'll move these down a little bit since that's how they go. Is that how they go? No. Yeah, I like this. I got them reversed. So this goes here, that goes there. So then this is a really cool one. We just got this one printed. Here's another one that we're going to have. This one's got um, stairs that go up to it. There's the back panel for it. Side. No. What is that? Yeah, that is the side. We're missing a side. Maybe this is it. No, that ain't it. We're missing a side on this guy.
Oh, he's like the one that didn't turn out right.
No, it's the townhouse, but we're missing one of these pieces.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Really?
And it's a beveled cut, so
Yeah.
it's not up here anywhere.
I can see it. Wow.
Well, so we'll have this by Sunday because this goes, you put it in like that, and there we go. And it's got the steps up, and then I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the backs to these guys. We'll probably get these guys assembled. This is the roof for that one, so we're just missing a sidewall. What that is. And these are all the rest of the pieces for. Uh, that's the bad one. So these are all the rest of the. No, that's a different one too. Oh, this is a different building. Yeah, this is. We got a second set of these. This is that one right here. That's going to be down the lower level too. So we've got that. Oh, these are all the rest of the pieces right here for these two. We're just look on the floor. Yeah, I know. I looked on the floor. I didn't see it. Yeah, well, it's here somewhere. We'll find it. If not, we'll reprint it. And we also have this guy. We'll be doing him. And we've got our little fella here. We'll be doing that. So we got all those coming. Well, we got quite a bit to do here. I want to get these done before we start printing any more. Because then it's just going to look too overwhelming, and I'm not going to want to paint them because it's just you saw how long this took today just to do, to get these effects. You saw how long that took me. So if I had like 20 of these sitting on the side over here, I'd never get around to them. Where I tack them a little bit at a time like this, it'll be fine. So next live stream will be Sunday, probably about 11 o'clock around there. And I'm going to pick up a new one of these. So again, if you like the stream and you want to keep up with all of this Skid Row build, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notifications so you won't miss the live streams or the videos because we'll be doing some videos here pretty soon of the. I promised I would show. Well, we'll do that on Sunday. So I was going to show some of the cars. Have they not heard anything I've said?
No. Just in this new one, they just lost audio.
Okay, we're doing all right though.
Yeah, just when I switched over to this other camera.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I think we'll just call it there. But if you want to go check out, like I said, go check out the posts and see what some really cool things that are coming. That some very generous, very wonderful supporters sent, and we will see you on Sunday. We'll do some more running. I'll probably get both Montana rail links going on Sunday. It's always cool seeing those guys racing each other. So we'll be doing that and working on these and start getting this area starting to fill in. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting into some scenery here and getting it to look good. So, all right. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us today. And again, if you liked it, you might think about liking and subscribing. And because we're going to try to make a good push towards the 7,500 subscribers. I'd like to do that. It'd be nice if we could get to that before we hit our 2-year mark. So we'll see.
Share our channel with your friends and family.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll see you on Sunday, guys and gals out there. Thank you very much again for everything. It's been wonderful.
Josh says, "I will have a good day."
You too. Take care, everybody.
Bye, Josh. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody that's joined us today.
Great Northern says, thanks, guys. Really like the 2 cameras and horizontal.
Oh, good. Glad. All right.
All righty.